Hey guys, Chris with Infinite Lives here, taking a look at Assault Android Cactus. It's a twin-stick, 3D, arcade-style arena shooter with a hint of shmup. The story goes, your starship's AI system has gone rogue, and each of the ship's management systems needs to be defeated in order to regain control. You play as one of 9 selectable androidettes, 4 at the outset before unlocking the rest throughout the game, each with their own look, personality, and weapons capability. Each character has an unlimited ammo primary weapon, and a more powerful secondary weapon that requires recharge in between uses. Gameplay? It's a twin-stick shooter. You shoot wave after wave of enemies coming from any and all directions. Those enemies occasionally drop temporary power-ups, such as additional firepower, increased maneuverability, and enemy system shutdown. The other thing they'll drop once you've defeated a wave, and one of the more clever design bits in the game, are recharge batteries. In this game, you have a relatively small life bar, but you can always resurrect yourself after you pass out by hammering on the fire trigger. That is, as long as your battery hasn't died. Visually, the game is bright and cartoony. The androids have a chibi style to them. The game has a vibrant color palette. That vibrancy and color palette actually reminded me of Burning Rangers on the Saturn. Did anyone else actually play that game? Each stage is an arena of sorts, coming in many shapes and sizes. Some have their own unique environmental hazards, such as conveyor belts, lasers, exploding platforms. The designers did a great job of giving each of the zones and their various stages their own vibe. And that vibe is reflected in the bosses themselves. Each of the AI systems you need to defeat has a personality matching their task, whether it's their character design, or their weapons, or their interactions with your character. Boss battles are tough, and it will take a few tries or more when you get to the harder stages. Add to that the fact that certain androids may actually have a more effective fighting style against certain bosses. So try again, and again with a different android if that doesn't work. The game and its controls, they handle beautifully. They're tight and intuitive, and play exactly the way you'd imagine a twin-stick shooter should. Graphics-wise, I've not had a hiccup in any of my gameplay. There have been times when the entire screen is filled with enemies, bullets, and explosions, and I have yet to see any slowdowns or crashes. While it isn't a symphonic masterpiece, the technically soundtrack fits the arcade game feel, and the few times you do hear character voices, they're very well done.
Everything's dead.
So with all that, you're probably thinking, does anything suck? Well, not really. The game is really well polished and does a really good job. There's a few things I could nitpick at. Later in the game, at times, it just feels like there's too many enemies on the screen. To that effect, sometimes it's hard to actually determine if and when you're getting hit. The shmup effect is there, so you can see the bullets. But when there's 20 enemies stacked up, all the bullets don't really stand out, and you don't even know where you stand sometimes. You'll end up dying, and you're not always sure why. In the end, the game moves fast enough that none of these are insurmountable or have you lingering on a particular stage needlessly. So should you buy it? Do you like twin-stick shooters? Then yeah, I haven't found too many satisfying experiences in the genre in the last few years. And this one actually ranks pretty highly, probably alongside the first time I played Geometry Wars on the 360 many moons ago. If you're meh on the genre, then give the demo a try for sure. You might find yourself wanting to keep playing just because it is that much fun.